Hello everybody. This is a quick, not so long in-depth little sneak-in scope here that I just had some extra time and I've been working on something this afternoon, and so I thought I would come over and share it with you guys. I want to get on here and invite my followers from my other account. Oh, there we go. Alright, so if you haven't been here before, my name is Kathy Grillo of Kathy Grillo Designs, and this is where you can find me. Hi Nabelle. Hi, how are you? Good to see you today. So, I worked up this little sketch. It is a dancer illustration of Aesha Ash. And so I had the sketch, and then to the sketch I added this background that I threw in, and then I put in her hair. Hi! Then I did her skin, and I just finished her hair. And the sketch will be gone when I'm done. I am coloring under the sketch as my guideline instead of over it like I usually do. Thank you. And so when the sketch is gone, this is what I have so far. So I'm getting ready to work on her dress here in a minute. Oh, okay, that would be awesome. Alright, so I want to redo my picture. Okay, so this is the reference photo I've been using. And you can see, and then this is my painting. So I'm still working on it. I'm going to give her some feet first, I think, just because I need to ground her. I need to give her a little grounding. Hi, thanks for stopping in. So, I'm going to zoom in here and paint some shoes. So for that, I need my sketch back for my guidelines. And over here, I'm just kind of sealing some of these colors to start with, and then kind of adjusting them to where I want them to be. I kind of want her shoes to be a little more pinky than they are. You know, that classic sort of pink ballet shoe. Hi, thanks for joining. So I'm going to throw in some colors. Actually, I don't want them on this layer. I'm going to create a whole new layer. Probably easier just to erase. I'm just gonna erase this. Yep, she's a ballet dancer. Her name is Aesha Ash. And I want to. This is my form of fan art. Other people do their comic people and everything. My fan art are dancers. I think they're gorgeous. So I like to paint them. I think their bodies are artful and the costumes are beautiful, and so this is my version of fan art. Plus, I like doing the fashion illustrations. So I'm just throwing in some color here. Get some highlights, little wrinkly shoes. A little more peachy color. So this is what I've been up to this evening while I'm waiting for my sister and my nieces and nephews to get here. Hi, thanks for stopping in. Give her a little gray part down there. My sister and them are all coming for the weekend. Hi, thanks for stopping by. If anybody has any questions who hasn't been here, just let me know. Okay, so I'm going to blend these in. Hi, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. So I'm working on this illustration. It's kind of more of a painting. I really have it on one layer. Good, I'm glad. I'm waiting for my family to come visit for the weekend, so that's always good. I just need to give this girl some feet to stand on. This is Corel Painter. I love it. It's very arty. I'll show you the whole thing. Hang on. This is what I have so far. And then, yeah, I can see your comments. I'm sorry if I missed some. The drawing will not be there, so this will be the painting when it's done. I just have her skin done. I don't have her dress done yet. The sketch is my guide. It's just a guide that I'm using, but it won't be part of the drawing. I used to do my fashion illustrations with the black line in them, like a lot of illustrators do. And recently I'm finding that I like just painting them like a painting better. So I don't know if it's a painting or an illustration or a hybrid in between, but whatever it is, it's mine and I like it. It's mine and I like it. I guess that's good enough, right? So I'm kind of giving her like the classic. Actually, no. Corel Painter, if you're a traditional artist, you'd probably be able to figure out Corel Painter. Really simple. They've done a really good job of making all the mediums act very traditionally. The hardest part about the program is just learning the buttons and figuring out like the settings. And then probably if you're not used to using a tablet and a pen, that would probably be the next thing that, would be the hardest to get used to. But it was fairly easy for me. Because I don't do digital art per se. I like to say I'm a painter. My canvas just happens to be on the computer. Because I paint just like I would if I was on I have a little tricks. Like the layers, okay. So the layers, I probably wouldn't have layers. Yeah. Normal people. It's not hard if you know your basic computer stuff. But the thing is I probably wouldn't recommend you getting Corel Painter if you weren't really going to be an artist. It's not a program that you want to like just play around with, simply because it's kind of expensive. Oh, well, see, then you would be able to do it. You'd have no problem. What program do you use now? You use Photoshop? Yeah. Well, it's pretty similar, I think, except it's geared more towards it's geared more towards art and not the cartoons. I mean, you could do all that stuff. I could do photo editing and things in here too if I wanted. And enhancements. Yeah, it's a cool program. I got this for Christmas. I've only been doing this since December. So I've been teaching myself. Oh, well, you should try it. Actually, there's a free version. You could get like a free trial version. So you could download a trial version for free and see if you like it. Alright, so I need to get rid of my sketch now. Come on. So I could put in the detail line work here. And clean it up a bit. Because see, the lines do hide a lot of little messes. And so when I take the lines away, I do need to make sure I'm a little more precise in defining what I'm trying to do. So right now I'm just kind of erasing, which that is a Corel Painter trick, because can't erase real oils so easy. Oh, well, that is awesome. You are very lucky. So I would take full advantage of it and try it. Yeah. I would be so excited if I had that. I would have been like, oh, yes. I want this program and I want this program, and I'm going to see which one works best. Thank you. Oh, that would be my dream. That would be so awesome. Alright. I know this is just your shoe. I know. For some reason, my brain has to focus on all the details. So, give me a second and I'll zoom back out. Just putting in a couple highlights. Yeah, I can always come back. I'm just waiting for my sister and my nieces and nephews to get here. This is my earlier scope that I did, was a pet portrait I've been working on, and I spent an hour on 2 eyes and 1 ear. So I guess I'm not a fast worker because I do get caught into the details, but I like to think I'm a pretty good worker. If you're interested, you can follow me or go look at that other scope. It was on earlier today. Those dogs are pretty cute, though. They're going to look nice, and their owner will be happy when their portrait is done. Alright. And actually, I want to go back to the skin layer because I want to define this a little bit. Yeah, the reason it takes me a while is because I don't get to do this full time. I wish I could, but I have to work because I've just started on this and I don't have a lot of people buying my stuff yet. So, can't just not have any money. 2, I'm a mom and I have 2 dogs and a house and a husband and a house and kids and all that kind of stuff. And so I have a real life I have to manage and be a part of. So I don't have all the time that some people have, I wish I did in one point, but if I did, then I wouldn't have the family that I have, and I'm blessed. So I usually only get to really paint on Fridays and Mondays, and sometimes some weeknights. Sometimes, not so much in the summer because we're out on the boat. I'm spending time with my kids. We have a boat, so I'm spending time with my family and creating memories. And I can do this when I'm 80. Alright. Alright, so I like that shoe. Yeah. It is true. And, you know, I took 20 years off to raise my kids. I mean, I wanted to be an artist, and then life kind of happened, and I didn't do any art for about 20 years. So it's starting to be me time, and I'm just kind of figuring out what I might want to do. And I really don't want to be a nanny, and I don't want to be a greeter at Walmart. And I would really like to bring joy to people by painting them or their dogs or their cats. And so I'm just kind of going for it this year. I said, you know what, you're not getting any younger. Put yourself out there. So that's what I'm doing. What happens, happens. I'm very lucky. Yeah, I'm very lucky that I don't need to make money. So I still can sort of do what I want. I have one of the best husbands in the world who really support me. So I'm a little spoiled that way, where I know that I'm not going to starve or not have a place to live. But I still would like my money to be able to go out and do what I want to do, you know. Give her a little. Yeah. I'm a lot luckier than a lot of people. I know some people who, you know, they really have to work, and I work 3 days a week. I'm a nanny. The little girl I'm working for, you know, the family I'm working for, she's going to be starting preschool and going to school pretty soon. And I'd really like to, so pretty soon I'll be able to be drawing more every day a week. Oh, 6 days a week, yeah. So I could do this 7 days a week. If I could do this for a living and make a little bit of money, I don't even need to make, yeah, I don't even, oh geez. So I don't even need to make like a ton of money. If I could do this and make a little bit of money, I could happily do this 7 days a week. So this one is my fan art. This is for me. I do have, hang on, I could show you the dogs really quick. Let me open it really quick. I'll open it. This is for somebody else. So these are the dogs I'm working on. Let's see. This is what I did in an hour. But I was chatting and talking. So, but this is a pet portrait that I am doing for somebody. Yeah. So that was for somebody else. This one was just because I liked it. Thank you. That's kind of what I do. And then I see stuff like this, and I'll come in and say, oh, I want to make that look nicer. All right. So this is, you know, like I have free time, and my husband's, you know, he's out doing some stuff in the garage. And what do? Like, oh, I'm going to go on and draw. But, you know, got to take care of your man, you know. So when he's here, I don't like totally ignore him when he, you know, we want to hang out, watch some TV, or go out. Gotta take care of business. Yep. Gotta take care of some business. So, and I need my own studio. I have all my kids are still living with me. So, at one of these days, somebody will move out and their bedroom will become a studio, and then I could probably paint when he was sleeping or something. Yeah. I do have some artist friends that they just really have to slave it away, and then it doesn't, it's hard to enjoy it. Okay, so a couple highlights. The shoes aren't that important, So I'm doing this more as a sample of what I can do, and I'll post it on my website, and you never know. Maybe somebody who's a real dancer will want a costume done. Alright, so I have her shoes. I need to redo my picture so I can see her dress. Now this dress is going to be fun. This is my picture. Let's see. This dress has lots of movement in it. And I like the pose of her. It's a little different with her hands and everything. So I'm trying to think in my head. I'm working through the process in my head because I want to keep some of the sheerness of the skirt. So let me do a layer. All right. And I'll work on her shirt. Yeah. I mean, it's really swishing around. There's a lot of movement, which is why I liked it. But I like the sheerness, but it has like this wire at the end. And so I'm just kind of like right now before I process, I want to put the process of how I'm going to achieve the transparency. And that will be on another layer that I can, yeah. I can, that's another trick I can do digitally, is for like tooling and netting, where I could show you with her skin. I can make it really light. So I can adjust it so you could like see through it. So that's probably what I'll do on a separate layer. Yes. Aww. So then you really do see sort of through it. And then I'll put other highlights on top of it or something. I do with my wedding dresses. So when I do, a lot of wedding dresses have tulle and little sheerness stuff in it. So I learned that trick from painting wedding dresses. My friends who paint traditionally would use like a watercolor or something. But I am not using that. Alright. So I'm going to steal some of these colors from her dress, but I'm going to jack them up a little bit. I'm going to start painting her outfit here. I'll start with the top. Okay. Oh, I got like a creamsicle highlight. If I'm not noticing your comment right this second, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to really get this highlight strap to hit the way I want it to hit. It has like a reddish shadow, this orange. Okay. I'm going to zoom in a little more. Why make it so hard for my old eyes to see when I can zoom in, right? Alright. Okay. Yeah, I can zoom in and see whatever I want. But sometimes I like to see the bigger picture to see how they're going together. You can't, you know. Alright. Now the trick is going to be is that the background has oranges in it. And the trick is going to be, I don't like that. Somehow I ended up on the wrong layer. Da na 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 na. Easier just to erase it. Handy dandy eraser. Alright. I know, that happens sometimes. Sorry. Every once in a while. I just don't like how it was looking. And I want to put it on its own layer, so. Every once in a while, something occurs and you just have to redo it. This is live. It's live art, folks, and this is not planned. Not a planned out event. I'm just kind of doing my thing. I'm glad you guys are here to hang out with me. Alright. I want a little more of this red for the shadow. If you look closely, you can kind of see how the oils start blending together even after I am done painting them, which is a cool thing about Corel Painter. Alright. Hi, thanks for coming. Alright, so just basically on this part I'm testing out the color blend, and then I'll get into the movement of the dress. So this was a safe spot to kind of test out my folds and my movements that I kind of want to do for the rest of the shirt. And at any time I might have to leave abruptly when my sister and my nieces and nephews finally get here. So if that happens, I will say goodbye and everything, but this probably won't get finished today anyway. I'll probably finish this on Monday or Sunday night. Alright. So now I need to get rid of my sketch so I could kind of see what I really have going on here. Clean it up. Well, you should draw a lion's face then. I like lions. I'm a Leo. Okay. So this highlights, I'm trying to get the highlights to indicate some of this little folding she has on this dress. Hi, thanks for coming. If you have any questions, please ask. Gives me something that to talk about that I know you guys want to hear. And if I miss your comment, please don't think I'm being rude, because I don't mean anything by it. Alright. I want this darker color to kind of I want just a slight little line here to kind of differentiate between her neck and the outfit. I know. Me and my details, guys. I know, but I can't help it. Alright. Let's see how those blend in a little bit. And this blender that I'm using right here is called Just Add Water. And it's just like touching some water on there. It's just going to soften them up a little bit. Oh, because I'm fine. I want to see the whole movement. I'm not trying to make it exact. I'm just trying to paint it. So it doesn't have to be exactly the way, but I like being able to see the whole movement so I can know where I'm going. So even though I'm focusing on a small part because that's what I'm painting, when I'm looking at the picture, I like to see the bigger picture because it helps me, get a feel of my lines. Because I'm not tracing it and doing it exactly, but I want to feel. Let me show her a picture. So as I'm looking at it, if I come down here, I want to feel the sweep so I can draw that kind of folds in. And it's more of looking at it and seeing how they go together instead of getting in there. And then once I get the shape, I'll go back and pick at the details and refine them. So it's all about form, and then from the form you go into the details. So I'll refine them so what I want to pop out will pop out. And when you're painting, you have to kind of know how to trick the viewer's eye a little bit. Because a painting's just an illusion. And as an artist, it's kind of your job to know how to create the illusion and turn something that's flat and have the human eye see it as a full object. So there's like little, it's hard to explain because you kind of, you could go to art school forever and the only way to really do it is to practice. Because eventually you figure out what works and what doesn't. You just have to kind of learn, you train yourself how to see things. Alright. But so I will add darks and lights that probably are not there in the picture, because that is one basic trick, is that a highlight or a light spot will bring something forward, and a shadow will help bring something, will help it recede. Okay, I didn't see that, so I'll see it when if you don't want to type it again, I will see it when I watch the replay, but you could type it again if you want and I'll watch for it. But yeah, the shadows give you depth. So I'm starting to bring this around, but still want her arm to look like it's in front. So now I'll bring my sketch back up. I'm going to, I zoomed in too far. Too far. I do want I want to see the whole shirt at one time though. Yeah, I zoomed in too far. Too far. Alright, what color? I think I'm going to start with the dark color. And then I'll put the highlights on top of the shadows. Alright. Maybe something in between. As I'm talking to myself, don't mind. Don't mind me talking to myself. Alright. So I'm just kind of filling in where I marked that folds were kind of at. This is not necessarily going to be the exact way it's going to end up being. Did you? Well, you know, they say us artist people were little nuts. We do have that reputation. Alright. Hello?
Where they at?
Well, they're still on their way, I guess.
Oh, well.
Have some light over here. Everybody's waiting for my sister to get here. Hi, thanks for coming. Alright. And these colors are all going to get blended together. So I'm just kind of laying down some basics here. And then after I blend them and get the right kind of shades going on, then I'll come back in and really play with the highlights and the shadows. It's almost a little yellower. Let's just see how that blends. Okay, well, thanks for stopping by. I'm probably going to be going in a little bit myself because I have to call my sister and see where she's at. She's always late, so I'm not worried about her yet. And this orange is reflecting like a yellow on the back. Alright, thanks. And you know, there's always the replays. And if you follow me on any of my social media, take a screenshot if you want. If you follow me on any of that social media, you'll see all the posts because I post it everywhere. So I appreciate the likes and comments and hearts. Alright, I'm probably going to just finish this shirt blending. I might not even get to the details. And then I'll probably end up quitting. So I want to have a little bit of a bigger water blender because I want this to blend a little smoother and it's a bigger spot. So I just dialed up my brush and now I have a bigger brush. It's one thing I love about digital. I have the entire art store right here in my computer. Okay, so I'm just brushing some water. This is all this blender is. There's no color associated with this blender. Hi, thanks. Yeah, there's no color associated with this blender. It is just like taking water and adding it to my paint. So I'm going to blend this. And then we'll see where we're at. Obviously the light is coming from her back. I want maybe a slight highlight here. Whoa! I almost knocked you guys over. Alright, let's turn off the sketch. You see when you have your lines off, this is what you have, and then this is what I'll work on. To get the look I want. It's not that the big blend's done, I need it smaller.
Oh, Coco.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
I'll show you the whole thing. Hang on.
Have you finished your Evie yet?
Mm-hmm.
Can I see it?
Yeah, I know that. This is what I'm working on. This is Aesha Ash. She's a ballet dancer.
Put Dad on Pinterest, Mom.
I want him to sing some stuff for me.
When we can be really famous.
He is good. He won't sing though. My husband's a really good singer. He's out in the garage singing. That's what we're talking about. Alright, so if anybody has any questions, feel free to ask. I'm just kind of doing my thing. I know, but he won't let me. Do you guys want to hear? Do you want to hear really quick? Alright. He's going to be pissed. We're going to sneak. Don't look at my messy room. Yes, we're going to sneak. Yeah. Shh. You can tell me if you think he's a good singer. Just stop. You just stop. Can you hear him?
I just yelled. I didn't know she was on the she was just recording. I feel bad. That's creepy, Mom.
Everybody wanted to hear him sing. Can you hear him? He'll hear it if I open it.
I don't sing anymore, see?
Because he heard the door. If I open the door, he's going to hear it.
Yo.
We got it.
I don't want that.
Okay, we'll open it if he's probably going to stop.
Yo,
Told you. You stop the second I open it. I told you. The second I open that door, he's going to stop. I'm working on it. I told you. And he's gonna come in here. He might come in here and yell at me. What were you doing? Because I've tried it before. I've like secretly recorded him a couple times. He is all mad at me. His dad was a singer. I hope you could hear some of them. He sounds so good, and you can't really hear very good through the door. Yeah. I don't know why he has such a... See, he's singing really loud now, because he knew I left. I'm just saying. I don't know. He won't do it for me. I've begged. I've asked for it for a Christmas present, birthdays. I need a little more highlight. Anyway. But he's better than so many of the people that are on some of these shows. It's ridiculous. Alright. I need... Alright. My kids are pretty talented too. And they don't periscope either.
Because I work 14 hours a day.
My one friend in here, he's going to school to be a neuroscientist, and he gets to be on scope.
Is that working 14 hours a day?
A lot of schooling.
Yeah. I work 14 hours a day. You can study anything.
It's always an excuse. Alright, so you said you bring these highlights, and that's how you get the folds? Because the highlight will bring something forward, and then the dark shadows will make it recede.
Alright, let's see how you guys do.
Right now I am. I never was. I just got sick of not doing what I wanted to do. I kind of like that. What do you think? Did you think that I think the shirt looks pretty good.
Let's go.
I might end up finishing this today. All I have is the skirt left. And it's pretty much done, huh? Now I'm doing the skirt on a separate layer from the shirt because, well, actually I could do the under part. Because it's kind of see-through. So what I want to do is paint I'm trying to see how to do this. I'm thinking in my head, so if I'm talking to myself, that's what I'm doing. I want to have a little bit of this showing through. So you could see her body. Okay. 2. Alright. I have to see what effect this gives me if it does what I want it to do. Don't always know if I'm going to get what I want it to do. That's why I like putting things on separate layers too. But for some reason I did this on the same layer as the top, but I can always erase it. I want like a dark brown. There we go. I want it to look like a shadow. Because there's going to be, the skirt's going to go on top of this and be sort of sheer. So I just want to be able to see, like, a part. Oh, and I don't want that yellow under there. Like a shadowy part that, you know, you can kind of see her body sort of under there, or like the lower part of the bodysuit or whatever they call it. I'm not a dancer, so I don't know all the terms. I just like their costumes. Alright. Okay, so I'm not too picky about this because it's really not, you're not really going to see it. Alright. Of course, I left the part that made me the most nervous. I left it for last. And now I have to play with the skirt and figure it out. No. So, once again, do the easiest part first. Yeah, sure, why not? Let's do the easiest part first. Which will be this hoopy thing. See, the second I walked away, he's really singing loud now out there. Okay. And these lines aren't going to be here when I'm done. So these are just my guidelines here on this skirt. And some of the lines are actually going to be on a different layer. See, that's why I'm confused if I did that on the right layer or not. I don't think so. I have to change it. Have to change it. I'm like thinking through the process and I'm like, no, I can't do those first. They're probably going to have to come last, unfortunately. Alright. So let me do another layer. Hi guys, thanks for coming. If anybody has any questions, feel free to pipe up and ask. I'm working on this skirt. I'm gonna get a... Alright. So this is the painting I'm doing. This is what I have so far. Well, really this, because the painting is not going to have the lines on it. Alright. Get rid of all that white. Okay. Hi, thanks for coming. I'm stuck with the hardest part of this painting. I'm now determining how to do the sheerness of this skirt. So, alright. Okay. It's on its own layer. If I screw it up, I'll just redo it until I get it right. So I don't know why I'm being a chicken. I'm going to do this little section. You're not going to really get it until it's all done. You'll be like, what is she doing? Okay. Alright. So then I'm going to bring my water, and the water will help smooth it out anyway. But this is going to be a multi-layered event. I'm going to need it to be a little bigger brush. So I'm literally just adding water. I don't want any really harsh lines though. I'm not worried about it not totally covering because I'm going to create the effect which is layers and layers. So alright. So then what we do to get the tooling effect is we play with the opacity of the layer. And this is a digital trick, y'all. So I have all these different layers so I can control separate things on them. So for this layer, I can take this little button here, opacity, and I can slide it down and make it a very slight color change. And then I would just keep putting layers on until I could get all the layering that I want in that skirt. And I'll still sort of be able to see through because you'll see the other colors through it. And that's what I'm going to do. So I need another layer. Alright. So it's a pain in the butt. But it's kind of what you gotta do, I guess. So I'm just kind of like doing the shadow of this other rim that's under here. That comes out over here. So this is going to be the trial and error part of I've done this effect with wedding dresses, and so I know it'll work, but I'll be playing with it until I just get the right effect. So it'll just be a bunch of layers with the colors blended in. And then fade it out. Because they're supposed to be underneath. Okay. I want a little bit of this yellow. Yeah, a little bit of this yellow. So we're going to just start layering the colors. Because the movement of that dress is critical. It's the whole reason that I was doing this. So as I blend some of these colors on top of each other, they'll make new colors, and they'll blend. And they'll blend in. I'm almost getting ready to leave because my sister's going to be here any minute, you guys. So if anybody has any questions, feel free to ask them, and I can try to get to them now. Alright, so we're going to play with this. Let's see, I can make this super light. And so it sort of blends in. And so you can kind of see some of the movement underneath. Oh, well, my sister's here, everybody. So thanks for sharing time with me. If you want to see the rest of it, make sure to follow me on my social media. And we will see you soon. Thanks.